Hey everyone, this is Andrew from the Console Gaming Crew, and we couldn't be happier to announce that we are now a part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a great place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there's a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
Yo, crew members, what it be?
Hey-oh! Ho!
Woo!
Oh!
Got the good one in here since
I'm smelling that clean studio air.
I'm smelling them diabetes-inducing cookies.
Yeah. So, might as well start this off with an early happy birthday
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
to our chairman and CEO of CGC Industries over here.
Chairman and CEO. I am not the face you want for this company.
Yeah. Yeah. We got a birthday boy here, an early birthday boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the date is today.
13th.
So tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I don't know if it's the 11th, the 12th. I don't know when it is.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, so my wife baked him some peanut butter chocolate cookies. Chocolate peanut butter. I don't know what you want to call them. Chocolate peanut butter chocolate, whatever.
With chips.
I just know they're enormous.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to take a picture and we're going to put it on the socials. Because they're fucking incredible.
Yeah. Well, her explanation is always, was always, why fuck around eating 2-3 small cookies? Just eat the extra large bakery size and be happy.
It's one of the reasons why I appreciate your wife, man.
Yeah. There's some slamming cookies.
All right, so we had something really cool planned, but it seems like as of right now, things kind of fell through. Hopefully, we get to go ahead and do this plan that we have.
Yeah. Hopefully this, comes back around and we're able to reschedule a new date. But we had to throw something together last second, so we got a little news-heavy episode. I got a lot more to talk about later in a spoiler-filled explanation on Resident Evil Village. My thoughts on all that. So we'll go there, but let's just do some news, brother.
So without further ado, let's give you news. So the first thing we're going to talk about is we finally got our first look at Spider-Man for Marvels Avengers. Now, it's on the back burner right now, but you have played it a little bit.
Yeah.
And from what we know, it's only going to be for Sony. You know what I mean? It's a Sony exclusive.
So I can't play it.
Nope. But you have a scene starting off with it looks like AIM is going ahead and having some Inhumans or whoever they're capturing.
Yeah. You
get the Crystal Dynamics logo, and then you get to see Spider-Man jump in. Real clean looking suit.
Yeah.
I like the way this one looks. It doesn't have the white.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It has it's nice, nice classic look to it.
Yeah.
Reminds me a little more of the animated series.
Doing a lot of his flippy dippy Spidey combat.
Yeah, and then after he fights a few guys, you have AIM just surrounding him, and then his Spidey sense goes in, and he ducks, and then you see Captain America's shield just go in, and he just goes, "Hey, looks like I have friends here too." Oh, that is just so clean.
So sick.
So clean. But yeah, man, you have the whole squad, dude. You're talking about Thor, Hulk, Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Panther.
So AIM's fucked is what you're saying.
Yeah. Literally everybody.
Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, the last AIM guy is like, yo, man.
I'm good.
I'm out.
I'm good.
Yeah, so this whole event is called Marvels Avengers. I just had it. God damn it. Marvels Avengers Spider-Man with great power. So, because we all know the classic line.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Absolutely. So this is going to be coming to everybody for the PlayStation on November 30th. And like I said, this is the 9th playable hero that you can have in this game. Next one, we are going to go into the Xbox world. And we're going to talk about the gunk.
The gunk.
Yeah, so the third-person sci-fi adventure game from the same people that made Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine. It is going to be coming to Xbox and PC December 16th. And it will also launch day of on Game Pass, which is something I'm excited for.
God, I love to hear that.
Yeah, man. Yo, the Gunk is... Excuse me. The Gunk is one of those games that just... The art looks so interesting. You know what I mean? Like the way the people are drawn, the way the hair looks, the way the environment looks, dude. It looks different than a lot of other stuff that we've played. So I am very excited to go ahead and see where this game goes, because I'm definitely going to mess with it.
Absolutely. And day one to Game Pass. My goodness. There's very few sentences that get me as hard as that.
Yeah, so for the Xbox One, the Gunk will run stable at 30 frames per second. And for the Series X and S and PC, it will be able to run optimum at 60 frames per second, which is also pretty cool.
Give me them frames, bro. Give me them all.
Do it. All right, so to keep in the Xbox realm, we're going to talk about Horizon 5. Now, Anthony sent us a text this morning.
First thing I saw this morning.
Yeah, he sit here and goes, if you guys haven't yet, download Forza Horizon 5, because the opening race and everything is fucking incredible. Now, I heard the same exact thing from Hav.
I'm sure I'd have heard the same thing from him.
And dude, Hav's not even a
racing guy,
a race car guy. You know what I mean? Like, dude, those are not his normal types of games.
And I imagine it would look even prettier for us, because Anthony is still, I believe, rocking a 1080 TV. He didn't even have 4K or nothing.
Oh yeah, mine's 4K HDR.
Yeah, 4K HDR.
Yeah.
I'm cock blocking, ready to rock over here.
Hell yeah. So the game literally just dropped, and you already have 4.5+ million players playing the game across console, cloud, and PC.
It's enormous,
dude. That is nuts. And the best part about it is that you're talking about having a game with that many players running at this capacity, and for the most part, from what I'm seeing, servers aren't having any real issues.
Yeah, and server issues are always a thing. Always. Looking at you, Bethesda.
I was gonna say it. I was gonna fucking say it. I'm glad you did, but I was still gonna say it.
I'm looking at you.
IGN did rank this game a 10 out of 10. Wow. You know what I mean? When it comes down to their official rankings. So yeah, dude, I'm excited to mess with it. I think I might actually go ahead and drive a little bit tonight. You know what I mean? While I'm going through this episode.
Nice.
Give me a little something to do. I'm gonna hit a few stories that are little more on the sad end before I go ahead and start bringing this back up.
My man said a little more on the sad end. How do you get more sad than this?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
So, Overwatch League Pro Kim the Alarm Kyung Bo has died at the age of 20.
20 damn years
now,
old,
he was an Overwatch League Pro, and he played for the Philadelphia Fusion. You know what I mean? So a little bit of a home thing for us. They're still working on building that arena, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Down in South
arena?
Philly.
Yeah. Sports arena.
But yeah, man. So they announced his death. The Philadelphia Fusion did. We have no idea what the cause of death was. So their statement said, "We are devastated and heartbroken to hear about Kim Alarm Kyung Bo's passing. Alarm was the heart and soul of our organization, and our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends as we mourn this tragic loss. The Kim family and the Fusion ask for privacy during this incredibly difficult time."
Man, 20 years old, like,
I can't
your life's
even
just
begin.
starting.
Like, yo, I honestly can't even begin to think.
Your life's just starting. That's
it, dude. It is so sad. I mean,
that's terrible.
Dude, he was Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? For for the Fusion within within esports, within Overwatch, dude. Like,
yeah, it's incredibly sad.
Yeah,
20 years old, man. My goodness.
One of the best things he was known for when it comes down to playing with esports is that he was a great support player, which I love those kind of guys, because I am that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
I'm here for you guys.
Yeah,
I'm here to back you up.
Yeah, you can take all the spotlight.
You can take all the shine. I'm gonna be here in the back, pumping you guys up.
I only need just one ray looking at me. That's it, and I'm good.
Yeah. And
it seems like that's what this young man was. So our thoughts are with his family and with the team. You know what I mean? It's incredibly sad, and I mean, especially at 20. I mean, hopefully we hear more. You know what I mean? When it comes down to what happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, it's sad either way.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate.
Scroll down. Okay, never mind.
What?
I real quick, I thought that he had the damn jersey number. I thought it was number 7. I was like, damn, you're missing my number too.
I mean, that could be a 7 on there.
Yeah, that's incredibly sad. But to stay with the esports world for a second and just bring the tone back up a little bit, can you imagine, like,
easy.
Jeez, I'm getting too excited over here.
Easy.
Can you imagine how cool it would be to end up on an like if a game came out that we ended up being good at, and we ended up on an esports team, like how sick that would be.
That would be nuts.
To be like, yo, I got a game and we got to drive down and like.
Yeah, literally just drive down to South Philly.
Drive down to South Philly while the Sixers are playing whoever, and we got a game. And be able to look one of them right in the eye and be like, I'm an athlete too.
Well, see, that's and
we had that episode.
Yeah, we did. We did have the esports episodes where we talked about them being athletes, and I'm pretty sure we both agreed that they are. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys another sad story. This one has to do with Travis Scott and everything with Astro World. So last week, this was last Friday or Saturday, I believe, during the Astro World concert that was put on by Travis Scott during his show, fans stormed the stage, and the result of that was that 8 people tragically died.
Trampled, right?
Yeah, some of them did, and hundreds were injured. Like, I mean, I've heard stories of people who were completely passed out, like completely knocked out. They were crowd surfed to safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, stuff like that, which is just insane. Now, Travis Scott has done a lot when it comes down to Fortnite. I mean, he had that huge concert at one point. I think it was like last year or the year before. Yep. He was one of the first artists to do something like that with Fortnite too. But right now, Fortnite decided to pull his emote, so his whole reaction dance, whatever the hell he does.
Yeah.
So with that information and just everything coming out,
they felt that was the right move to make.
Yes, and I agree.
You do what you got to do for your company, man, and what you think is right. So,
I mean, on another podcast, on another topic, we go ahead and we could break down how at concerts, you know what I mean, for the most part, artists, when they look out, they can see certain things and certain things happening and try to stop the shows, you know what I mean, at that particular time. Yeah. And it seems like, at least from all the information that I've seen so far, it seems like
he kind of just looked the other way.
Because his shows have a history of people storming the stage and him telling them to storm the stage.
Yeah.
So,
like, if you're okay with that and you're gonna have that type of concert, fine, but you got to be prepared.
Yes.
You got to have security and medics and people ready, and you got to be ready to keep an eye. I know it's gonna be tough. You're looking at thousands upon thousands of people, but you're gonna have that type of concert. You got to be prepared because you're the one they're gonna listen to.
Yeah.
You see those concerts all the time, and the artists like stop the shows and like, hey, hold up, you back up.
And that's what it is. Like, so I've been running TikTok pretty hard lately in my house, and I've seen a lot of those videos, the compilations of like Billie Eilish and Logic was another one, dude. Linkin Park, Chester was like freaking out about somebody who was hurt. Like, yo, get them up. Like it's just,
yeah, it's sad. Now I don't know. I don't believe I've heard him speak on it.
He has.
What did he say? Did it just sound like shitty excuses?
It's not necessarily sound like shitty excuses. I mean, it sounded like a pretty standard right afterward type of apology. I haven't heard anything since then. Okay. And I know that Houston PD is working. At least they say they're working, to go ahead and find out all the information they can.
Yeah.
So, we'll go ahead and just see what happens from there.
I mean, I don't know. It's something where you can't hold him directly responsible, but you also did nothing to try and help.
But he's also one of the promoters and one of the people that put money into the show. So technically, he could still be held liable.
Yeah, this is true. Touche. All right, bring us back up, bro.
All right, you want me to bring us back up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do this. I'll do this one, then I'll bring us down, then back up.
No. You know, keep us down. Keep us down, and then we'll end on a high note.
Okay.
You always hate when there's news like this, but
this one really pissed me off. And like, I'm not a religious person, but the freedom of being able to celebrate whatever religion you want is something that, obviously, as an American, I fully agree that that people should be allowed to do that. And when you see something,
if you're not out here harming anybody,
what the fuck does it matter?
If you're not out here hurting anybody, you're just doing your own thing. Like, leave people alone.
So in Call of Duty Vanguard, there is a section in the game where a Quran, which is the holy book for Islam, is on the ground, and there's pages torn out. Needless to say, this has caused a lot of upheaval, and Activision Blizzard has apologized and removed anything that has to do with this from the game. But still, how in the world does this get past your people working on this game? And you mean and seeing this stuff? Because
I feel like you're either not paying people enough or you're understaffed or something. Because like it's starting to get to the point over at this damn company where like it seems like people don't give a shit.
Yeah, Activision
they're having a rough go.
Their last
of their own doing. I don't feel sorry for them.
No, this entire fucking year, they have been just completely just. Dude, they need excavators to dig the holes that they're fucking putting themselves in.
You better hope the comeback's better than the setback because y'all got some major setbacks.
Jesus Christ.
You got fuckery going on within your work environment. You got this shit.
Yeah, so following the launch of Call of Duty Vanguard, a number of players noticed that the game contained various pages from the Quran scattered across the floor in a zombies map. The pages of the holy text were positioned in a way that allowed players to step on them while engulfed in a gunfight. Putting a copy of the Quran on the floor is considered a disrespectful act, which you would go ahead and expect the exact same thing from the Bible and the Torah. None of those belong on the ground. Show some respect for for
other people's religion or just religion in general. Like
just that's more my thing.
Like just have respect, even if you don't believe in something the way someone else does. Doesn't mean that you can't respect it. You know what I mean? You don't have to engage in it, but be respectful. And it's like there's got to be someone in these companies that like it's their job to be on their P's and Q's and be able to double check and make sure, is any of this going to affect, hurt, what's the word I'm looking for? Offend anybody? You know
Insult,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like unless you're GTA, you got to worry about that shit. Rockstar has luckily put themselves in a class where people expect wild shit from them. So it's like if something crazy happens, for the most part, no one's really gonna. I can't imagine what Rockstar's ever gonna who's ever gonna be mad at Rockstar.
At the same time, if with like GTA and you saw like Trevor wipe his ass with a page from the Bible, I feel like that would be. I don't know. That would hit a different level. I think.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure.
To me, for the most part, I consider religion untouchable. Just don't, because it is a hole that once you start going, dude, it is like a black hole, man. Once you hit that horizon, you are not coming out.
Dude, it's this, like, you know how engaged I am in the fight game, be it boxing, mixed martial arts, whatever the hell it be. Like, granted, you have some idiots that like to not listen, but like the golden rule in those things, when you're building up hype for a fight, you don't talk religion, you don't talk people's families. Yeah. Keep people's religion out of it, keep their families out of it. Like, I don't understand how this gets passed. Because you know what? This is a war game. I'd be damn sure they'd probably find a way to make sure that, God forbid, there's no American flags that get stepped on in the game. Mm-hmm. Why? Because that would offend us, right? Or them. But, gotta have a greater attention to detail here. Like,
they know how much scrutiny they're under right now. They know that their feet are not being held to the fire. Their feet are in the lava. Why? Like,
it's all self-inflicted. It's all self-inflicted. Like, do your homework. Just do your homework. And if you don't have enough people to do your homework, find a way to allocate some more money to pay someone to just have this job that I feel like someone's supposed to have. I feel like maybe that's, I don't know what goes into making games. Maybe that's too much for just one person. I imagine it is. So maybe you need to have a team that's supposed to play the game, look through all these things and be like, hey, this may not check out with this group of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you can't cater every single thing to every single one, or you never have a game, but you gotta be like, okay, this is something that we got. This may offend these people, but we're willing to live with this one. This we can't go here.
You can have a game to where you shoot people that look like they are from a particular area in the world without disrespecting and offending one of the top 3 religions in the fucking world. You can do that. You can easily fucking do that.
Yeah, because that shit is like, war is real. This shit really happens.
Yes.
So killing certain people from a certain place, just like if another country coming over here, war and killing Americans, like that shit happens.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't then mean that you need to be stepping all on Bibles and shit. So
yeah,
just like, God, just think.
Just think.
A little bit of forethought is all you need. And Activision seems to have none of it. None of it.
Nah, you're right. So this isn't nearly as bad or fucked up as the last 2 stories, and I am sorry that we went down that hole that we did.
Dude,
but it's
part of the
news.
news. It's fucking
Yeah.
Activision. They're a huge player in the video game world.
Yeah.
So this isn't as bad as that. It's just frustrating. It's gonna be frustrating for some people. Like,
especially around this time of year with what you
holidays.
know, everybody. Yeah, with the holidays, everybody's gonna be screaming for one. So we're talking about Sony reportedly cutting 1 million of their PS5s from their production plan. And because of that, it is going to make these much harder for people to go ahead and get.
And look at how hard they were already to find.
I saw.
You went through it. I went through it.
So when I saw them, you know what I mean? When I was like looking around trying to find, like, I mean, you could buy them secondhand, thirdhand
for like $1,000.
For like, they had. I saw somebody was selling one for like $700. Somebody was selling one for $600. Somebody was selling one for $2,300.
There's a sucker born every minute. So
$2,300. Like.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all it is just a standard, you know what I mean, physical copy version of the fucking PS5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No bells, no whistles, no nothing.
No fucking webcam.
No webcam, no extra controller, no bundle, no nothing. Just out here trying to rob people. But yeah, I'm super happy and blessed to not have to worry about this personally. But I feel for the people that have to, because you know there's gonna be, you know, some kid that really wants one that's not gonna be able to get one, or it's gonna be hard as shit to be able to get one.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be harder on their parents, because then they're gonna have to deal with these yahoos that now know that there's less, so now they're gonna triple down on that dumb shit, and now I can't stop hitting these fucking things.
Well, because you're not used to it. You're not used to having a pop filter in front.
No, I got that internal filter. But yeah, now you got these yahoos that are going to triple down on the dumb shit, and you're just going to see these friggin' PS5s circulating for thousands of dollars.
It is just so shitty. It's so fucking stupid. I hate it.
Can you imagine what the bots are going to do now?
Yeah, the fucking problem we've been having with bots so far. So the ongoing issue with this has to do with the global chip shortage that's been happening for basically just all electronic devices, and this is just a continued effect of the COVID pandemic.
Everything, absolutely. That's the reason why even if I wanted one, I wouldn't have even been able to get a car when I just went for my most recent thing. There's no cars.
Yeah. There are people who have been waiting months, almost over a year for like a brand new cars because of the shortage. You know what I mean,
dude? And it's not even just brand new shit. Like, gone. Maybe they'll come back, and hopefully they do. But gone are the days where you've got a problem with your car, you need service, you can just make an appointment, come in the next week, and they can't even get parts for cars.
Yeah.
Like,
you need another chip for your car, for, you know what I mean, for some type of computer part. You know what I mean, some ECU piece.
You better take the bus.
Yeah, you're screwed, dude. You might as well go ahead and get yourself rock them 2 wheels, boy.
Yeah, get yourself. Get a little basket in the front for a baguette. You know what I'm saying?
He went French on me.
I always wanted to be that
French
guy.
on me.
I was like, does anyone look more peaceful in life than someone in France rolling down the street with a bring bike with a baguette in the front? I don't think that there's any more level of
I don't know.
life
I feel
is
like
good than that.
I feel like that looks a little pompous to me personally.
It's bread.
But
How does bread make you look pompous?
the standard thought of what you would think a French person would look with the striped shirt and the fucking red beret and
So we're just
Stereotyping
going
like a motherfucker.
So we're just okay. All right.
it's what I expect when I think of a Frenchman riding a bicycle with a baguette on the front.
Yeah, it's a stereotypical thought process, but I'll tell you what, it looks goddamn peaceful. You don't have a care in the world except for getting that bread home safe.
You realize most of the streets are probably cobblestone? Do you realize how shitty that is to ride on a bike?
Yeah. Now your family better really appreciate when you get that bread home without no cobblestone dust on it. Cobble dust. All right, keep us going. Wes got cobble dust in his throat.
All right, so the last piece of news we have here has to do with some Borderlands stuff. Everybody remembers Borderlands 2, obviously. One of the best Borderlands games made, easily. Now we're going to talk about easily the best DLC that came from that game. Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep has now come out as its own standalone release for modern consoles. So it is now available for $9.99 for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, as well as next-gen consoles, the PS5 and the Series S and X, through backwards compatibility. And if you have the Epic Game Store, it is actually free until Tuesday, November 16th.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I forgot. I mean, we are out here. Tuesday. God, I hate certain parts of this. The vernacular is so weird. All right, so Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, a Wonderlands one-shot adventure, stars Ashley Birch as Tiny Tina, which we all know and love. In her first main appearance in the game, she is the bunker master in a game of bunkers and badasses. Essentially, it's a tabletop Dungeons & Dragons, but in Pandora world.
Absolutely.
Schnoodly. Ah, yeah. So, yeah, this expansion is literally ranked as the best Borderlands DLC of all time. So, we all know about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, and with this coming out, and you have the mix of melee and weapons and sorcery with this game. Sorry.
Oh,
a little bubbly.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sean Connery. So
This dude is immortal. He'll live on forever.
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Continue. Yes, you can.
All right. So we did recently get some information about some of the classes for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, including the Stabomancer and the Berserker.
Incredible.
I mean, look, we all know exactly what we're going to get out of this, man. Weapons.
Could you
loot,
imagine
magic.
if you could put that on your job under your job description?
Stabomancer?
I'm a Stabomancer.
I'm a part-time Stabomancer. I'm a full-time Berserker.
You're looking for another job, bro. You better put that on your resume. Can you imagine someone reading that resume? But they're like, oh, I worked on this machine. He was here for 10 years. Hire this man. He was a Stabomancer. I don't know what that is, but we need him.
Or they look at it going,
Yeah, let's get the psycho.
can we get a criminal background check on him, please?
Yeah.
Can we find out what a Stabomancer is?
Sex? Yes, please.
But yeah, so this is out right now. People have already been streaming it. You know what I mean? I've already seen a few streamers drop, drop some information on these, and it's actually pretty cool. There's a good chance I might actually spend the $10 and just get this because of how great this DLC was to begin with. It's such a good game.
You know, for anyone
What
that's...
are you excited for with this? Like,
Because
this don't make me excited.
I'm so excited, bro. Like, I can't think of anything better to spend my money on. Food and
I mean, shit,
charity.
I don't spend my money on liquor no more, but goddamn.
So, for anybody who, due to the recent cutbacks, is unable to get themselves a PS5, you can put that money. You can put that money here, start up a little collection, because luxury brand Gucci is collaborating with Xbox for a Gucci Xbox Series X. Comes with a very, very, very modest price tag of $10,000.
That's all.
They're making, I believe they said 100 of these. So swaggalicious, just saying. $10,000, but no, just yeah, you got it's a Gucci print Xbox.
It's shell. The shell is fucking Gucci.
Yeah. Now just know, they did think this through. They're like, okay, it's $10,000. How can we make this worth $10,000? It's like when you go to Vegas and you go to one of those places that has a $777 burger, and you're like, $777, but you know there's a lobster tail on it. They give you a bottle of high-priced champagne. A lot of places let you take the glass home. They thought this through. They said, this is $10,000. What can we do? Rest assured, Microsoft has your back. Gucci has your back, because they are including Game Pass.
Isn't it like a month? Like a month's free? Like,
I believe so. I believe you're going to get a month of Game Pass, which is a steal of a deal if you've ever played Game Pass.
I'm about to start throwing shit in here. This is so fucking...
So, like...
So, this thing comes...
Rich people do rich people shit. I'm not going to lie. This might be my golden toilet purchase if I were ever rich. Like, hey, why not? Why not? Everyone's got that purchase, apparently. We in this room don't know what that rich life is like. But for anyone out there who's listening that maybe, apparently there's that whole, your first get rich purchase.
These don't even look like elite controllers. Like, they just look like regular fucking controllers.
Bro, they're giving you Game Pass. You don't need elite controllers. It's $10,000. Stop being so fucking cheap. Okay? Stop being so cheap. Like, seriously. Like, I know a deal. I know a deal when I see one. Okay? So, get on board.
Now, earlier this year, dude.
Greatest article of my life.
Yo, you tried so hard with the straight face, man. I give you all the credit in the world. Earlier this year, we did have the collaboration with Adidas for the sneakers. I do remember those. Those were actually sick. Still can't spend the money on those. And there's also going to be a 20th anniversary stream that is going to be dropping right after this drops. You know what I mean? November 15th. All right, so...
Man's got double chocolate peanut butter burps going.
Whew. So the console also comes with a vintage luggage box that you can pack and carry it in. The luggage is also Sorry.
It also sports the blue. Yeah.
Yeah. The luggage also sports the blue and red house web stripes and the yellow trim. The controllers are customized to have that, red and blue stripe shit.
Gucci racing stripe.
Yeah. Each console will be individually numbered as well, so you can have one numbered from 1 to 100. Fucking stupid.
Imagine rolling up to your boy's house with your Gucci Xbox and your little Gucci case. Incredible. Again, at the very affordable price of $10,000.
I want to see somebody walk on the street with this fucking thing.
Yeah, you got a fucking death wish depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Bro, you could be down the street from fucking here.
Yeah, sure. Where did you just go? Where did you just go? Be right down the street from fucking here.
Like, I don't know. But yo, that's what this brings out of me. Yeah, I go ahead and I get a little more city talking. All right, so the various locations that they will have these across the world will be in New York, Beverly Hills, Mexico City, Milan, London, Berlin, Beijing, and Tokyo.
See? And this is how you know that it's a deal and it's affordable when it ends up in Beverly Hills. Hello? You think they're worried about, they know how to make things affordable for the common folk. Come on. Get it together.
Everything in LA is affordable.
Absolutely.
Now, that's what we have in news. So, I've been playing some new things, and you're going to tell us all about that Resident Evil. So let's go ahead and let everybody know what we are playing.
So as much as I want to let you get away with it, we're going to talk about how you bitched out there. Because he didn't want to say spoiler free again. So he said, and he's going to tell us a lot about Resident Evil.
I really don't know. Like,
God damn.
like I said,
Am I the only one that, like, coughs, burps, and hiccups at the same time? Okay. Wes is out here. I don't even know what you call that.
Smackin and Clackin, man.
Oh my god.
Oh, I love having you back in here.
Clackin.
I love having you back in here, bro.
Oh, fantastic. What is this fucking thing?
It is a bubble maker thing. Can we not play with kids' toys?
Needs a little lubrication. Some WD-40 in here. Why don't you go first? Because I got a lot to...
Sure. Yeah. No, I got you. All right. So, Fallout's been waning a little bit. I still plan on dropping that nuke. I still want to go ahead and do that. I want to do that on stream.
Dropping bombs.
But in the meantime, I have started playing a game called Origami 2. We talked about it a while back. It was one of the games that was part of the Xbox, one of their showcases.
Excuse me.
And this game is cool, man. So you're playing as a ninja assassin named Kiori, and you're dead. Yep, you're dead.
That took a sharp left for me. You play this badass ninja. You're dead. Oh, wow.
But the whole thing about it is that you have these shadow abilities. You know what I mean? So you can go ahead and, like, when you dodge, you turn into like smoke, and then you like reappear a little bit of a distance later, and you can sit in the in the tall grass and like whisper. Mm-hmm. And then it'll bring your enemies towards you. And then you have a choice of either knocking them out or killing them. I don't knock nobody out.
Doesn't surprise me. Shot up a shitload of people in an airport you didn't have to shoot. When death is the option, death is what's coming to people. I need to stop hitting this fucking thing. This place is not built for me.
This corner is not made
Nobody
for me.
puts baby in the corner.
That corner is made for gorilla arms. It ain't made for you.
I don't know how Anthony keeps them fucking things down over here. Seriously.
Oh, shit. So,
the dude looks like the fucking janitor from Little Nightmares, and somehow he's not knocking things around.
So the game actually has more of a story to it than just you go around and kill people. I mean, you actually have to, like... I mean, you do have targets you need to take out, but like you're picking up certain scrolls. You're trying to be as covert as possible. The whole point of the way the objectives work is to not be seen, not be discovered. And I have yet to make it through an entire section without being seen once, which kind of pisses me off. I'll get there, but I just haven't yet. But like the cool thing is that so you kill somebody, right? Their body is laying there, and you have a choice. Like you can pick. You gotta leave them there, or you can pick them up. If you pick them up, you can either place them in the tall grass where nobody can see them, or you can throw them. And another thing I like doing, I like yeeting motherfuckers off of the side of cliffs.
My wife saw that. Saw that during the stream.
It's pretty funny. I enjoyed it. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been messing with lately. Haven't really done much else. I went a little bit more into Miles. I went and jumped back into that. I'm about 40% done the game, it looks like. So I'm still looking for I'm still looking to go ahead and try to figure out how to stop the underground and the Tinkerer and all that.
Okay.
What else was I doing? Oh yeah, today I started up a MOBA game. MOBA. Pokemon Unite.
I saw Adrian playing that.
Yeah, so it's a free game on the Switch.
Okay.
I've never played a MOBA game before, and it's actually pretty interesting because you like say you want to be Charizard, right? You pick when the map starts, you're Charmander. And throughout the 10-minute run of the match, you you evolve with experience. You know what I mean? So then you become Charmeleon, and then you become Charizard, and then you learn different moves, and then you get to go ahead, because the whole point is to score points on the other team's on the opposition's territory, and that's how you win the game.
Okay.
And then in order for it to be easier, there's a Zapdos that shows up in the middle of the map. So whoever takes the Zapdos out, their team has an easier time scoring points.
Put some respect on his name. Call him Zapdos one more time. Zapdos. My man, add an extra A in there.
Zapados.
Zapdos.
My apologies.
It's okay. You just took him to like South America. He's a Zapdos.
Zapdos. But yeah. So I started messing with that today, and I'll probably end up on stream with Adrian at some point.
Word.
Running those, or with Jacob from Spaghetti Boys. He's been running that game pretty hard too. So we'll probably end up running together on that. But other than that, I have done absolutely nothing. So
not true. You had a little fun Friday.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can go
boys.
Yeah, I forgot about talking about that. Yeah, so Anthony downloaded NHL 21, so we were able to go ahead and throw down full squad.
And yeah, we're still playing 21.
Yeah.
We them guys.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Dude, we're getting competition pretty quickly now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. We got games quick.
I don't know, but dude, yo,
night.
we ran through a lot of games last night, dude. It was good.
We did work. We only lost one game.
Yeah.
To the fucking Pepto-Bismols at the end.
Yeah, man,
some cornhole team.
They caught us on that pass. You know what I mean? That fucking cross crease.
Yeah, a little
shit.
cross crease backdoor action. Giggity. But we played, considering it's the first time the three of us have played together in a long time, we did well. I mean, we went as a threesome.
Just say it.
As a trio, we went 3-1?
Yep.
We went 3-1. You and I went 2-0 before that. So 5-1 on the night. Not bad. I think it brought our record to 17-3.
Yeah, and we played for just shy of 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We
actually
made the one team quit, right?
Yeah, we made one team quit. That was the full squad, right?
That was the full squad with the goalie that just.
They didn't have a left winger, but other than that, they had a full run.
Yeah, but no, it was a good night. We had fun. It was back like we never left. I mean, we were running the same plays. They were working. You know, so
I was enjoying it, man. It was definitely a good time.
It was a fun time. It was a fun time for sure.
But yeah, how about you break down some of this Resident Evil Village?
Oh, I'm going in. You want to do your little spoiler thing that you did last time?
Spoiler. There will be a spoiler.
So if you're still
I don't remember what I did last time.
No, that's fine. So if you're still here after that, I can't help you.
After that riveting spoiler.
I can't help you because, yes, this is going to be a spoiler-filled breakdown, finally, of my thoughts on Resident Evil Village because it's like my second favorite game franchise ever. So, remember when we saw the trailer and Chris Redfield comes in and just straight murders your wife, and I went, what the fuck? You're supposed to be a good guy. I need more.
Yes.
Got more. Got what I needed.
Yeah, because I remember when we first, that was literally all the information we had, and you were like pissed that we got nothing.
Yeah.
We got nothing else.
You got me playing as this motherfucker as a hero for my whole entire damn adolescence, and then you just give me some teaser trailer of this dude blowing my wife away? Fuck off, Capcom. Seriously. Anyway, got more. So, let me back it up a tiny bit. Back it up. So, I said the moral of the story. This game, the whole thing basically that you're trying to do, this is going to be in a super humongous nutshell, is after Chris murders your wife, they take your baby. You have this little baby girl, Rosemary, which it was so funny for me that this was the first game that I played since my son was born. It's the first game. Now, granted, I had only played like the first hour, and then I had to get back into it recently. But it was the first game that I played after my son was born, and the first thing that I had to do in this game was take care of a fucking baby. And I was like, are you serious? Like, the first thing I'm doing in this game is you're holding your baby, and you got to put your baby to bed. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's the first thing I do. I'm doing this in real life now.
Which means you should be just that much better at it.
Well, I sucked at it then. But if only I knew that those were the easy days. Just put them down and they sleep.
Right?
Anyway. So, the way this game breaks down is after, your wife's murdered, Chris takes your baby. They just take your baby, they knock you the fuck out, and next thing you know, you come to, and you're like in the snow. Clearly there had been an accident in the transport vehicle that you were put in. So, excuse me. You wake up in the snow, and that's where you end up maneuvering your way, finding your way all the way to the village. I'm streamlining this a little bit because I don't want to... Huh?
You said maneuvering.
Maneuvering.
I just want to know what maneuvering is.
Getting your way to this village, which is why it's called Resident Evil Village. Go figure. Again, like I said, I'm streamlining the shit out of this because I don't want to be talking about Resident Evil Village for an hour. But so you end up in this village. You end up going through your first Lycan encounter, which they did a really good job on them in this game. How they sound, how they move.
Now, are they... So, my first thought, like, kind of when I saw the one in the game with, like, with the trailers and shit, it felt very much like the first Underworld movie when Michael got both.
I've never seen those movies.
You never seen the Underworld? Okay.
No.
Nah, so there was a character that ended up being the lineage was of both Lycan and vampire. Okay. So he was able to have both blood.
I don't know if that's the case here.
But I mean, it looked very
How
similar.
It looked, okay.
Because still having a very humanoid type of look to it, right?
Ish, yeah. I mean, it still had like hair.
Yeah, but like you mean like it didn't have like the long snout
that
you would expect from like a typical Lycan or a werewolf.
No, let me see if I can find a picture of this thing while I'm talking. Excuse me for 1 second. So this right here. This is how they looked.
Yeah.
So, you end up in this village, and your first encounter with the Lycan is actually really fucking cool because nothing really happens yet. You're going through these different buildings, and like you see something moving like real quick outside the window, but not fast enough to know what the hell it is. You finally get to this house. You pull back this curtain, and this dude pulls a shotgun on you. And you're like, whoa! Like, hold up, dude. I'm human. Like, I'm not here for no problems. And then you just hear them. You hear them all around. You just hear these things just whipping by and growling. And this dude's just like, tell me you have a gun, because these things are coming. And Ethan's like, what is coming? What the hell are you talking about? And the dude goes over, he grabs a gun, gives it to you, and right after he gives it to you, dude just gets ripped through the fucking ceiling. Just this arm comes down, pulls him up through the ceiling.
Oh, shit.
And then next thing you know, something hits you real quick, you can't see it, and it like hits your ass through the floor. You end up in the basement, and you're in this basement, and it's just a basement. It's like Jeepers Creepers style. It's just filled with bodies.
Oh.
And you're walking through, and you hold up the head, and you're looking at one, and then just off in the corner, you just see something hunched over in the side, just like moving a little bit. And as you get closer, that thing turns around, Hadoukens your ass through the wall outside, and then you have your first little Lycan battle. But fast forward a little bit, because like I said, I don't want to get hung up on every little thing. You eventually meet the Duke, who is this game's version of how the Merchant was in Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Except for this guy helps drive the story a little more. Like the Merchant Resident Evil 4 was just there for
you essentially,
that aspect of it.
I mean, once you saw him, you were like, oh shit, safe spot, thank God.
And which is the same thing here. Whenever there's a Duke, there's a safe spot. And it's cool because they have a little throwback to, like, they have little Easter eggs just like every other game does. Oh, shit, man, there we go. That was a lot of shit.
I love these things.
There are little
Thank you, Alex.
There are little throwbacks, like you go in to talk to the Duke one time, and he just goes, "What are you buying?" And he goes, ha, "A friend of mine used to say that." So like that was, as soon as I heard that, I was like, that makes me happy. But
Dude, I love that. Oh,
but
man.
He helps drive the story a little bit, and he tells you, because you find out that your baby, essentially, like after you I forget where you're at when you find the first one, but basically you find a jar with your baby's, with Rosemary's torso in it. And you're like, what the? This game just took a violent turn. Like, you just took my kid and decapitated her. You find out through the Duke that, like, her essence is still intact. So basically you're out to seek these 4 containers. One that's got her torso, I think I'm assuming head, arms, and legs. I forget how it's broken down.
That is fucked.
Her essence is still intact, and I'm gonna bring this. So the game is, just like I said last time, divided between 4 sub bosses and then the main boss. So you have Lady Dimitrescu.
Each sub boss has
a
an
piece.
essence.
Each sub boss has an essence, and then afterwards you go against the bird bitch that you saw, which is Mother Miranda. Remember when I showed you that scene?
Yeah.
Freaking big ass, like dark ass wings came out. Because Mother Miranda's the one pulling the strings and all this. And this is where the spoilers come in. So, like I said, you go through defeating each of the sub bosses, and then what you find out is that Mother Miranda, she has, I think it's called a mutamycete, I think is what like the virus is called, and it allows her to mutate and take the form of anything she wants to. She took the form of Ethan's wife to get the baby. So that wasn't Ethan's wife in the beginning that Chris killed. And they knew that. Ethan didn't know that, but Chris knew that. So he was helping. So he was, they were trying to help protect.
Okay, so I have more questions.
I'm going to have more answers.
So many questions.
Go ahead.
So is Ethan's wife, did we actually lose her at the end of 7?
No, you do. She had been taken captive by Mother Miranda. You do find her at the end of the game.
My God, this woman needs so much therapy.
Absolutely. So Chris was basically there trying to protect Rosemary, because what Mother Miranda was trying to do is use Rosemary's body to resurrect her daughter, who was behind everything that happened in the Baker house in Resident Evil 7.
Oh.
She took the form of, it was the same type of thing. She took the form of like the old lady in Resident Evil 7 and she was the one basically pulling the strings and who infected the entire household. So Chris was trying to keep Rosemary safe.
I was watching Adrian play that.
Yeah.
That's such a wild ride.
And as if the spoilers don't get any crazier, the first time you come across Mother Miranda as Ethan, she kills you. She rips your fucking heart out. And I'm like, what? And then, like, right after, I didn't expect that. I was like, where the fuck is this story going? And then right after that, so, like, it builds you up to that point. God damn it. And then you take, I'm never going to stop doing this thing. And then you take over as Chris from, like, there out.
Okay.
And what you find out, once Chris finally finds me, like, you get your way all the way through to, Mother Miranda's castle, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You find Mia, and then Mia tells you, Ethan's different, and you're like, the fuck does that mean? And then all of a sudden you're back as Ethan, and you find out that he actually, like, this was almost like I don't know if it was not necessarily a dream, but apparently Ethan died in the beginning of Resident Evil 7. That first encounter with Jack in the house, and you get hit and all that shit, you actually died there. Like,
what?
Yeah, you actually died. I actually have a breakdown here that I just pulled up that explains it a little further here. Hold on.
Wow.
So towards the end of the game, we learned that the oft-spoken about Never Seen Village goddess Mother Miranda impersonated Mia at the start of the game. Her intent was to steal young Rosemary and use her as a host body to revive her own long-deceased daughter, Ava. Miranda's plan consisted of turning Rose into crystals, dividing her into 4 glass flasks, which are then distributed among... What the hell just happened?
I was trying to bring the mic closer because you need to...
Shit. Damn it. Better?
Yeah.
And then they're distributed amongst her 4 adopted children, the ones I told you about. And then moving right along, instead of... So yeah, Mother Miranda, like I said, rips his heart right out of his chest, which should have killed him. However, instead of dying, Ethan is greeted by a vision of Evelyn, the antagonist from the previous game, who reveals that he had been dead all along and has been infected with the E-virus since being killed by Jack Baker. That's why, and it never even clicked into my head, why you're able to sustain some of this crazy damage and nothing happens. Like in your first Lycan encounter, half your hand gets bitten off, and at one point in the game, and I don't even know why I didn't even think to question this, your like arm gets sliced off at the wrist, and you just like pick it up and put it back on. And I'm like, what in the fuck just happened? And it didn't even dawn on me. I was just like, this is just that game's weird ass way of doing shit.
Yeah.
But so finally the game explains how Ethan was able to reattach his forearm earlier in the game using just willpower and a few drops of medicine. While coming to terms with his existence, Chris fights his way through Mother Miranda's defenses and comes his way into the laboratory where he comes across evidence of how Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil Biohazard tie into the larger universe. You actually see a note. Apparently, Dr. Spencer, who's the one that formed Umbrella, he was mentored by Mother Miranda. Like, that's how they tied these games together.
Wow.
He later went on to establish Umbrella Corporation and developed the T-Virus, which kick off the events of the entire Resident Evil franchise. Eventually, the way it works, at the end of the game, you rescue Mia, and it's this whole sacrifice plot. At the end of the game, you have to, like, detonate this thing on Mother Miranda's heart and blow the whole thing to bits, and Ethan decides to just stay back and do it so Chris can take care of everybody else. And this is where the game gets weird, and you don't know where it's going. After that happens, they cut way forward to, I'm assuming, had to be like 14 or 15 years, because you see Rosemary older. She's like a teenager.
Yeah.
And she's on a bus, and she's got flowers, and she was going to the cemetery to lay flowers on her dad's grave. And as she pulls, and as she's there, all of a sudden, a BSAA van pulls up and says, like, basically, get in.
You need to come with us.
Yeah, and she goes, and the dude was just joking and said something like, "Hurry up, Ava," or something like that. And she, like, got pissed, and she looked right at him, and she was just like, "If you ever call me that again, I will show you things that Chris doesn't even know that I can do." So apparently she's got some crazy shit in her too.
She's got powers.
She's got powers, and you hear in the dude's ear, in the agent's earpiece that she was talking to, a sniper, I'm assuming, saying, "I have a clear shot. Do you want me to take it?" And he goes, "No, it was just a misunderstanding. We're fine." And then they just get in the van, and
she's like Omega level.
They just get in the van and they roll off, and it's weird because that's where it ends. You don't know anything after that. But something you can find out if you go into photo mode. You know how all the games have photo mode now? Mm-hmm. If you go into photo mode and scroll, like, literally that end scene is just an empty road with the van, the cemetery. But if you go into photo mode and go a little bit to the right, you can see just some dude standing in the middle of the road that looks like Ethan. So people don't know if he's actually still alive, or if, like,
made it
nobody
seem
knows.
Quite clear that he's technically already dead. So
yeah, but, like, I don't know that you can blow yourself into a gajillion pieces and come back from that. I don't know.
I mean,
he ain't Deadpool.
and that's what I was about to say. I mean, if he had, like, that type of regenerative capability, then technically he could.
Yeah, it was the whole game was wild, and I love that after that you have the new game plus that have a bunch of different challenges that give you, like, virtual currency that can then allow you to buy, different guns to go back through the game again. So there's challenges like defeating 100 enemies with pistols, shotguns. Each of the 4 bosses, like, defeat Lady Dimitrescu in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds, stuff like that. And
sounds nuts.
Yeah, once you know how to do it, it's actually not. I think I beat her in like 45 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Once you know how. But also, you're on New Game Plus, so, like, I had a Magnum left over, which I didn't have the first time that I went up against her.
That is true.
And stuff like that, but it was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Took long enough to get it, so I'm not anticipating anything else in the franchise for another couple years, but hopefully, it seems as though they're setting something up for Resident Evil 9. I'm going to keep messing around with New Game Plus for a little bit, just try to clean some things up. Dude, unlock some shit, but
so nuts.
It was fucking crazy, because then I'm thinking back and I remember that scene in the beginning of Resident Evil 7. I'm like, damn, I died there. That's crazy. Like, I didn't even think that through. I did not think that playing with Chris was fun, though, because you go from Ethan and all this bougie ass shit that you find, and then you're dropped in with a straight operative with a fucking damn ACR and like some automatic fucking
he knows how to get
handgun
shit done.
Yeah, like frag grenades and all sorts of shit, just mowing things down. It was fantastic.
Love that.
Absolutely fantastic. But it was a great game. Again, the only thing that would stop me from giving that game anything over a 9 would be the fact that there was not one tough puzzle in the entire game. Okay. Nothing that made you scratch your head for longer than 15 seconds. And that's not how Resident Evil games usually are.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, one of the hardest parts is,
I mean, it's one of the things I enjoyed with, when I played the remake of 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they had good.
you know,
They had good puzzles.
because there was that one spot when you were in with the jail cells. We had to go ahead and and reroute the electrical panel.
Yeah, rerouting the electrical panel, and the thing you had to do in like that, it was like a greenhouse or whatever. When you thought you were done with Mr. X, then you came crashing through. You had to go to the fight your way to the one area to come back to get the code for the other area.
I'm so glad I had a fucking flamethrower there.
Yeah,
my God.
Now all that dealing with Mr. X does prepare you for, tall bitch.
Dimitrescu?
Yeah, because at some point she becomes basically like Mr. X, where she's roaming around while you're doing shit. But you've dealt with him. You know, it's not so bad.
Yeah, but there's a certain level of anxiety that builds up. You know what I mean? Knowing somebody's behind you and wants to go ahead and murk your ass. You know?
What's scary about her is that like the one thing that they didn't take advantage of in
Lady Deathstrike
Resident
fingers?
Evil. Well, yeah, that too. But what they didn't take advantage of in the Resident Evil 2 that you played is that Mr. X was huge, but all of the doorways were huge. They weren't like whatever in this game, like they're normal sized doorways. So if you're walking through a door and she's like, she like bends down and comes to the door,
I've seen
and you're
something.
like, oh shit, get out of here.
Yeah, I've seen something with that to where it's like to where you can actually like truly see how tall she is.
Yeah, it's truly got her size. That's why I was like, man, y'all really missed an opportunity not having this in VR to really be like, holy shit. Like a whole nother level of shit your pants action. But yeah, it was a good time.
Awesome.
It was a good time.
Love
now I
hearing
gotta
that.
find something new.
Yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and let everybody know how they can connect with CGC. You can find us at our website, which is consolegamingcrew.com. You can also hit us up with an email. Tell us what you think. Tell us an episode idea. Just tell us what is generally on your mind. Doesn't even have to be game related. Just hit us up. That's going to be at consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Twitter, which is where you're going to find us normally, which is at Console Crew. Our YouTube and Instagram are both Console Gaming Crew. Facebook can eat shit. But you can also go ahead and find us on our network with a bunch of other bad-ass fucking content creators. And you can find us there at bossrushgames.com. The Boss Rush Network is the place to find your gaming content needs. Guaranteed. Again, that is bossrushgames.com. We also stream. We stream games every Monday and Friday. And when you want to look for us there, you will look for us at CGC Podcast. Mondays are my co-op nights where I go ahead and run with some of my other friends. We run random games just to go ahead and see what we can do. And we currently have Fun Friday, where it involves us either throwing down on some chell or maybe running another game, depending if it's only 2 of us as opposed to 3. So, yeah, that's where you can find us. I do also want to go ahead and ask everybody, if you enjoy the podcast, if you enjoy listening to us, if you actually like us.
Hope you do.
Give us 5 stars.
We like you guys.
Yeah, I fucking love you guys. Give us 5 stars. You know what I mean? Anywhere, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're able to rank us, please rank us.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's all that I got. So that's all that we got, brother. I am so glad to see you face to face, man.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Actually having you in the studio with me, it's fucking awesome.
What are you doing here? I just looked down. There's a beach ball.
Well, that was during. I'll explain it after we cut this.
Fair enough.
So, until next time, as always, y'all, please stay safe. Wash your hands. Mask up.
Game on, baby.
Game on, y'all. Love you. Peace.